Marietta was in a state of transition, as all of metropolitan Atlanta always is, but people were leaving the traditional marketplace. The only thing that kept people in downtown Marietta was the county government. And everybody eventually had to go to downtown Marietta to go to the courthouse. But there was a need to revitalize, or at least look at the possibility of revitalizing downtown. I thought the solution was not a landscape solution in the sense that we're going to draw pretty lines and solve problems with that, but rather, is it economically feasible to cause downtown Marietta to be anything other than it is? So I engaged the interest of an economist. And the second thing I decided to do was to determine whether or not there was some traffic alternatives. There was a stranglehold of movement of traffic right around the square, which made it impossible to get from one side to the other in retail business. So I got the attention of a traffic planner. Thirdly, I thought that since Marietta is older than Atlanta, or its structures are, or there's something left up there, that it was important to identify anything that was architecturally significant. So I got the attention of an architectural historian. And lastly, I wanted a real coordinator as a town planner, and I engaged a friend who was teaching at Georgia Tech in planning. And the team we put together was accepted. We studied about 200 acres of downtown Marietta. Anyway, the whole idea was to hold a series of seminars and public meetings. They brought into being a commission, a group of people who met on a regular basis. I think we met every 2 weeks or something like that. And eventually came to some conclusions that were recommendations for change, at the same time saving anything that was valuable to the community or valuable visually to the good life of Marietta. I think it's important for one to have a sense of continuity of where you've come from and to give you some guide as to where to go. I see no point in undertaking a project in which it means you're going to destroy something entirely in order to, quote, rebuild it, unquote. That may or may not be an improvement. But personally, to me, a town is as alive as the people who are in it. And while there may not have been anyone on this particular project alive when those buildings were built, because they're Victorian, late Victorian, it was important to see the community as a living entity. And the problems that prevail today are still those of living persons. And I thought the past living experience and those who are living in it now need to meet somewhere. And the resolution is certainly possible without dynamiting it or destroying it. I don't know, I guess that's just continuity or a sense of well-being in a place that you know.